Hello, everyone. Welcome to SPTV, and this is Love Connects. I'm Jennifer Rose. So happy to be here with all of you here today. I am a medium and a healer, a spiritual teacher, all kinds of fun things I love to do. And so happy to be able to be here talking about love and doing some readings for you guys. So look forward to getting to meet all of you and say hi to all of you as we come on today. If you would like to get a hold of me, you can find me over at mediumjenniferrose.com. On Facebook, I'm at Medium Jennifer Rose, and Instagram, Jennifer Rose Medium. So on this fine Tuesday, it's afternoon for some of us and evening for others. So I'm so happy to see all of you. I want to say hi to Melissa and thank you for sharing. Great reminder, everyone, if you could please share, like, subscribe, tag. It helps the whole community to grow and helps us all to be sharing in the love together. Hi, Benny. Thanks for coming on today. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Hi, Christine. Good evening to you. There's those lovely purple flowers. I remember those. Great to see you. Hi, Lisa. Great to see you. Thanks for coming today. I hope everyone's doing well and not too cold and not too hot out there. Christopher, hello. Thank you very much. It is afternoon here. Good to see you. Laura, hi. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Good evening to you. Millie, oh, thanks for the love and light and everything bright. That's so cute. I love it. Thanks, Millie. I can feel it already. Tara or Tara, I hope I pronounce it correctly. I try really hard, so please don't be offended if I don't pronounce it quite correctly, but I'm trying my best. Hello to you. Thanks for the love. Paula, hi. Nice to meet you too. I see a fellow heart unicorn butterfly flower girl. Oh, very cute. I'm so happy to see you. Thanks for coming. Hi, 53 Abani, blessings. Thank you. Right back at you. Many blessings to you. So happy you're here. Suzanne, hi. Hello. Good to see you. Thanks for the love. Love your pups. Hi, Lynn Beth. How are you today? Great to see you. Jordan, hi. I am doing well. I hope you're doing well too. Thanks for coming on today, Jordan. And Heather, hi, Heather. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Krish, hi, Krish. Good to see you. Thanks for coming on. Lots of love from South Africa, and we're sending lots of love right back at you. I love your little picture with the heart, with the mountains in the background. Beautiful. Hi, Millie. Again, I love the beautiful hearts that you've got there too, Millie. Thank you. I love the love. You guys came prepared with love. That's our favorite thing that we're talking about today. So, Ava, hi, Ava. Good to see you. Thanks for the love. Thanks for coming, Ava. Yeah, Ava's joining here from Sweden. That's right. Yes, I know, Ava. Great to see you, Ava. Thanks for coming. I hope everything's going well over there. And who else do we have? Corey. Hi from Louisiana. Hey, I want to say Corey, like in Laurie. I hope I have that correct. I try really hard, so please don't be offended if I don't get it quite right. Great to see you from Louisiana. Thanks for joining us here. And who else do we have on today? All kinds of friends. Susan. Hi, Susan Kramer. I know, Susan. Good to see you. I love your horsey in the background. Thanks for coming on and supporting me in SBTV. So good to see you, Susan. And Melvine Peters. Hello from the UK Somerset. Oh, love the hearts and flowers. Thank you, darling. So good to see you. Thanks for coming on today. Okay. All right, I've got the cue to get rolling. So I'm just going to chat for just a little bit with y'all, some things that have been kind of showing up for me that I thought you might be. Hi, Terry Louise, good to see you, love. That I might thought you might be able to sort of resonate with, that have sort of showed up in conversations in the last few days. Hi, Cindy, good to see you. And then we'll get going to some readings. I've got my cards here, and we can do mediumship, and we can go from there. Over on the West Coast, darling. Thank you for asking, Tara. Oh, you have such pretty blonde hair. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, love. I am wanting to talk a little bit about love in a different way. I want to talk about love when it's hard to give love or it's hard to stay in the place of love sometimes. So, if you know me or if you've been following me over the years, one thing that I say quite frequently when I'm speaking is about how do we love people that maybe aren't treating us well or are hard to love at some points in their life, or people who have hurt us. Hi, Catherine. Thanks for joining us. And one thing I frequently has said, if we can just try to send love to that person to help us um, move into a better place in our experience. But I do say that is sometimes we can love the heart and soul of a person, and that doesn't mean we have to accept their behavior. So I wanted to give that little bit of a differentiation between that too, because it can be really hard to feel that love or to send that love when you're in a place where you're processing your own experience with that. But we can love the heart and soul of a person, or we can love the light of a person, because there is the light of the divine in everyone and everything, even if what's being reflected to us isn't always that. Hi, Martin. Thanks for coming. Good evening to you. Now, there are some times where even that can be hard. And what I wanted to offer to all of you is, if that is hard too, what you can do is ask somebody else to do it for you. So if, as spiritual people, we really try to work towards forgiveness. We really try to work towards seeing the best in people. We really try to work towards understanding, what's behind the personality. And as spiritual people, we tend to be, very forgiving, very accommodating. Hi, Natalie. Love your dogs. But sometimes even that can be hard. So then what you can do is ask somebody to do it for you. Ask a friend to do it for you. Say, I really want to be in that space, but I just can't right now. And so say, hey, friend, can you send love? Can you send healing for me? And if you don't have anybody to do that for you, you can ask spirit to do it for you. And that way you can still feel like you try to kind of shift your energy or shift your experience into a better place, but you did it in a way that honored where you were at in the moment. Hi, Carrie Ann. Thanks for joining us from Canada. And so I'm hoping that that little bit is helpful for you. You can kind of set that intention and send love, because I know that in our human experience, we have all kinds of different experiences. Some are easy and fun and loving, and some are much more difficult. We learned from everything, but it is a consistent growth process. And I want us to have permission to give ourselves grace in moments where we aren't always able to be everything we think we should be or that we want to be, because we all want to be these loving beings as best as we can. But there are moments where we have our darker spaces or in our process. So please hold grace for yourself if you're not able to always be what you think you should be, or what it is you're envisioning for yourself as being the best person that you can be, because you are. If you're honoring yourself, you are that. And then always can call in spirits, your loved ones, your helpers, your angels to come and embrace you and help you to feel better in your moments. And so I wanted to offer that to you too. And I wanted to offer another thing that came up for me as well in my conversations with people. And this one is kind of a little bit more fun, but I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, there was a book called Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. Hi, Dee, thanks for coming on today. And it's been around for several decades, but one of the things that oh, Cindy, thank you. What a beautiful topic. Love has so many faces. As long as we can love ourselves and not take on what doesn't come from love, makes it easier to share it out. Yes, absolutely. So by giving yourself that grace, you're showing love for yourself. You're honoring your experience. And that's a great way to love yourself. Thank you, Chris. You're so sweet. I really appreciate it. You're beautiful too, darling. I really appreciate that. Okay, love the love. Hi, Kit. Thank you. Okay, so I wanted to talk about a little bit about this Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus. And one of the things that showed up a lot, hi, Tanita, that showed up a lot back in the day when he was talking about that was how women and men interact in times of emotion. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yes, that radical love. I remember. I'm so happy that that helped you. And I hope that this little bit also can help as well. It adds like another layer, another little flavor to the mix too. Thank you, Susan, for sharing that. We talked about radical love a few weeks ago. And I do believe I touched on many points of that last week and potentially the week before. The time just flies by. Hi, Patricia. So again, what I wanted to talk about is that I remember you touched on is that when women and men interact, and if women have a problem or situation that they're trying to move through or process, they will tend to want to go home and talk to their partner about it. Now, I'm just going to put this in sort of that male-female relationship or masculine and feminine relationship, however that looks for you. Now, in the feminine, we tend to need to have a shoulder to cry on, someone to hug us, someone to validate us, and someone just to kind of listen to us. But often in the masculine, there is this desire to help in the way of solving the problem. And we see this over and over again in our relationships. This hasn't changed since this concept sort of came up many years ago. And what showed up for me recently too is in a conversation is that in the masculine, there is a need to do, there is a need to build, there is a need to fix. And so what I wanted to suggest is a couple of things, and they're still kind of ruminating and working through my process too, as Spirit's kind of talking to me about it and having conversations with me about it too, is that how can we understand each other better for how each of us is? So if the feminine can learn to understand that the masculine is trying to help and maybe not get so triggered by, I don't want this, I want this, understanding that that person is trying in the way that they know how to do, that feels best for them, and then slowly begin to honor that, but also expressing, thank you, but this would also be helpful for me. So learning to communicate in your needs together. And then perhaps we can find other ways as a couple to build things, to do things, to fix things that will help to honor the masculine so that that gets expressed in a way that feels really healthy, that feels really good. And that way we're learning to have a beautiful dance together. And then for the masculine, learn to understand that sometimes the feminine doesn't need all of that work, but really would be just happy with a shoulder to cry on or a listening ear. And that may take a little bit of work to, what I want to say is, quiet down the need, but the results from that, the rewards from that would be very good. So these are just kind of little things that I've been kind of working through that showed up that I thought I'd kind of share with you. And I'm curious in the comments if those things resonate for you as well. And we can have a little chat about that. But let me know if that's like meaningful to you, if that's bringing anything to your awareness and your experiences that you might want to share. But I thought it to be important because it's a pretty common thing that the masculine and the feminine work through in the relationship. So if we can learn to understand and appreciate each other, the way that we think, the way that we feel, and our different needs, then that dance of each other becomes that much deeper, that much more loving, that much more appreciative. So I just wanted to offer that to you. So I hope that's something that resonates. Hi, MJC. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. Okay. Okay, we're having a few connection issues, so we're going to take a very short break. So that's a good actual time because I'm sort of finished with my discussion. So we'll see you back here in just a moment. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
The SPTV Divine Guidance Oracle Pack, a unique blend of inspiration and artistic beauty. Our captivating set of 78 cards combines the power of ancient archetypes, celestial guidance, and the essence of life itself to provide you with a unique tool for self-discovery, clarity, and transformation, all lovingly housed within an exclusive rigid box. The pack includes a booklet that delves into every card in detail, some of which carry dual meanings for deeper interpretation. The booklet also features 8 distinctive card spread layouts. Among these treasures, you'll discover 22 major arcana, 9 main archangels, 4 elements, and 40 life cards, each a work of art, radiating beauty and delivering profound messages that resonate deeply within your being. The SPTV Divine Guidance Pack, where beauty meets enlightenment. Pre-order today and unlock the extraordinary wisdom that awaits you. To be among the pioneers in experiencing our forthcoming collection and to reserve your pack in advance, as well as to access more details, including a sample audio description, kindly visit sptv.uk/cards.
Join us at the Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre for a captivating mediumship demonstration on Saturday, the 11th November, from 7:30 p.m. Experience an evening of connection with the spiritual realms, featuring the talents of Bill Hughes, David Hale, and Caroline Johnson. For more information and to book tickets, please visit bognorspiritualistcentre.co.uk.
Nadija Bajami, a proficient strategic hypnotherapist, mind coach, grief educator, accomplished Reiki master, and gifted psychic medium, extends a warm invitation to join us on an exploration during a 4-week introductory mediumship course. As a special privilege, this extraordinary opportunity is being offered to our esteemed VIP members without any associated costs. Immerse yourself in the art of refining your innate talents and finding balance in communion with the realm of spirits. The course begins on Sunday, November 5th, at 7 p.m. via Zoom, and details will be placed in the VIP lounge. For more information on becoming a VIP, visit sptv.uk. Our midweek mediumship readings start from 6 p.m. tomorrow, with David Hale.
Tomorrow night from 8 p.m., our popular show, Live with Spirit, offers the opportunity for different readers, each week to demonstrate their psychic and mediumship abilities.
And welcome back to SPTV. Hope you had a good break there. And we are back. So I know we're having a little bit of connection issues, so apologize for that. But Richard's telling me you're able to hear me just fine. Is that correct? You're able to hear? Okay. So I apologize for the choppy video. I'm not sure what's going on there, but let's hope that spirit can come in and smooth that out for us. So I'm going to say hi to Bev. Good to see you joining us from Australia. Thank you. And there's Lisa. Hi, Lisa. There are fabulous things happening with SPTV. Beautiful. Okay, yes, I can see I'm freezing quite a bit here. Oh, darling. Okay. Well, we're just going to ask Spirit to come in and help and do their thing and see if they can make it better. I can just imagine how that's looking on your end. Okay. Lisa, hi. Okay, I'm glad that you can at least hear. So that's good news. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move forward. I'd love to give some messages to our beautiful viewers and listeners here. Hi, Polly. Beautiful picture. I got my cards here. I've got my fairy cards. I've got my rose cards. And I've got my energy spirit cards. So I'll see if I feel called to draw on any of those for you, but let me know if you're looking for a message. I also want to say that as we're giving these messages, because we're dealing with love and relationships, I am not a licensed therapist, so this is not a substitute for that, but we'll connect with spirit and see anything that spirit can offer us that might be helpful for us here today as well. So they will give me information from them, but sometimes they will also trigger things in my memory that I've learned from previous clients and readings and so forth from there. So we'll go ahead and get started. So Terry Louise, hello, darling. How are you here today? and you would love a reading if I feel drawn. Well, I would love to give something for you. So let me just tune into you and your energies a little bit. You're very pink and lavender today, my darling. So look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So, and I can see that the video is still freezing, but we're just going to have fun with that and just let it do what it's doing. Okay, Terry. So I'm going to pull the rose cards out for you and see what comes out for that too. But I'm loving the color that's around you because it's very pink, it's very lavender. So I know there is a lot of love around you. And I know that this love is very spiritual as well. I feel a lot of emotion as I'm tuning into you. I do feel as if I have a grandmother that's coming in, and she's coming in very guide-like for you. She's a very lovely lady. And she's showing, kind of symbolically showing us she's carrying like a basket, which is interesting that she's coming in this very sort of beautiful symbolic kind of way. And she's carrying like a basket with her that is like full of little gifts for you. So as she does that, this beautiful grandmother of yours, she's got little angel wings too. So I know that she's been watching over you and very closely connected to you and has been for a very, very, very long time. She has a lot of blue around her. So I know she communicates with you in that mediumistic kind of way as well. So I know this to be very important. But she comes with a lot of gifts letting me know that there's been new opportunities that have been coming your way and new opportunities that will continue to come for you as well. So I'm drawn to this card here, my love. Now, this is really cool because I drew this rose card. It's called We Are Nature, and it's about becoming grounded, embodiment, and living in connection. So I hope that you can see this. Okay, I'm just going to wait just a minute because I can't. Okay, I'm going to hold this back because I know last time it was a little hard to see this card. So, but it's really beautiful, and it's got this beautiful woman just surrounded by flowers and nature. Okay, beautiful. Thanks for the validation, Terry. And gosh, I'm so sorry about the connection issues. So I will ask you with this card, if this resonates with you, to just consider spending some more time in nature. That's something that's great advice for all of us too. But definitely grounding in that connection that you have, that spiritual connection, because when we are both grounded and connected at the same time, it really increases the power that you have to work with in your spiritual work. So I do feel like you already know how to do that, because I don't feel like this is a new thing for you. I feel like you already know how to do that, but it's just a nice gentle reminder as we bring that forward. I also see grandmother showing me that she drives in the car with you too. So when you're en route in transportation, she's there with you. I also know that she connects with music for you too. She does not feel like a very large woman. She feels like she's a little bit on the shorter end for her, but she's very bright. She has a beautiful smile, and she comes in full of joy for you. And again, bringing this basket full of gifts for you. Now, as I'm bringing in this second card too, it's about, okay, so this is called the Thorn. It's really quite beautiful too, and I'll try to hold it back. And it's about protection, boundaries, and clear communication. So I'm going to hold this back here. So if there's anyone perhaps that you maybe have having just a little bit of difficult in communication with, it's just letting you know that it is okay to set a little bit of a boundary for yourself, to say, this is what's okay with me. And you don't have to do it with a big explanation. You can do it in a loving manner, but you can also do it in an assertive manner. Now, I know that that can be hard sometimes for those of us who are very spiritually inclined, because we want to be so loving to everybody, but it is okay to set a little bit of space for yourself and to communicate that. And you can do it in an assertive and loving way, and you don't have to give a big explanation of it, but it is a good practice for all of us to learn how to do that better. So if you've got anybody that's, maybe just not working with you in the way that you'd like, it's just giving you permission to set a boundary for yourself. So hopefully that's helpful. I do see grandma kind of nodding her head in her own wisdom that she brings for you as well. I know she would have worn a necklace, and you'd have pictures of her wearing this necklace, but she's just a lovely gal too. And she shows me with a lovely connection with food. So I knew she would have loved to, connect over meals, over cooking and the kitchen and those kinds of things. A wonderful way to express love and to express connection as well. So, but this is really quite beautiful. But she really comes in today full of joy, full of gifts, letting you know that there's a lot of beauty around you. She shows me a lot of stars and sparkles. So I know that this is just a really good time for you. But again, sometimes in life, we have good things happening and we can have challenging things happening at the same time. So if there is anybody that you need to set that with, you can do that. Okay, something you have done recently. So then the card is just affirming that you are doing the right thing for you, and just kind of establishing your space and honoring yourself and where you are in your emotional space and what your needs are. So I'm glad that we got that validation from Spirit and from Grandmother for you. She's coming and bringing more of the purple and the lavender in for you too. So I know that your connection is very strong right now. I'm so happy that you're in a good place. I can feel it because the sparkles and the stars and the gifts, I can feel that. So that's so lovely. I'm so happy for you. That's wonderful. And again, I'll leave you with her love, but just know that she comes in with so much joy, so much love, and so much happiness. So I'm going to thank you, Terry, for letting me work with you here today. And we'll see who else we can work with. Okay. There's Debbie. Hi, Debbie. How you doing, girl? Debbie is my soul sister. I'm so happy to see Debbie here. Thanks for coming. Hey, if you guys are free on Fridays, make sure you go and see her show. It's at 10 a.m. Pacific, which is 1 p.m. on the East Coast and 6 p.m. in the UK. Thank you for the love and light. Hi, Doreen. How are you doing today? Oh, what a cute little picture. Oh, sweet little girl. Hi, Julie, Suzanne. Thanks for coming. Good to see you. I see you're celebrating your fall. That's good. Hi, Anna Mae. Good to see you. And let's see who else is here today. And yeah. Hi, MGC. Glad you're coming. Oh, thanks for the love. We do love Debbie Kit. I know she has such a loving energy, and she's just, yeah, she's my beautiful sister too. And she's just always got this big, beautiful, open heart, and she shares all of her love with everybody all the time. We're so lucky to have her. So, okay. So I'm just going to see, okay, who we're going to be drawn to. Paula, hey, let's work with you, darling. Okay. You hope I am, and I am. So I'm just gonna pull the fairy cards for you. These are the Healing with the Fairies. We love these cards. We do. We love those cards. Okay. So let's see what we've got for you. Now I see all of your cute little emojis, your flowers and your little ducky and your butterflies. Okay, and your hearts. That's so cute. Okay. You're just like me, very girly. Okay, so let's see how we're doing. Okay, I have Spirit coming in really strong for you too. And again, I'm feeling that emotion and that love as they come in for you too. And I do feel like, kind of like you're in a space today where it feels like you could just need a little bit of upliftment. And so you came here today, and Spirit's like hearing, like it's almost like a little bells ringing saying, yeah, we hear you. We came to give you some upliftment today. And it feels also, and validate this for me if I'm correct, Paula, because I want to make sure I'm really connecting with you in the best way possible. It feels as if there is almost a desire to kind of shut the world out a little bit and go into a creative space where you can kind of use your imagination and do something kind of creative and artistic. Let me know if that makes sense for you too, because they're really kind of interesting, because I picked the fairy cards for you, and they're showing that if you really kind of want to move into sort of this wonderland kind of space, and that is perfectly okay, because that is a space of creativity for you as well. So I just feel like that's important. I'm seeing a lot of blue coming in for you too, and it's a little bit of a deeper blue. So I do feel, again, this is connected to you kind of like being able to move. Okay, thank you for the validation. This is sort of like a need and a time for you to kind of move into like a different space of your mind and imagination, and honor yourself and give yourself time for that, so that you can do that. And this will kind of give you a little bit of break from what we might call 3D reality, which I know is a little bit, okay. So let me see. So I'm going to pull a couple cards. I'm going to pull this one for you too. Okay. Okay. So this is very appropriate, because we pulled up self-reliance, and inner child. So I'm going to hold these up. So I think we can see them better if I hold them back. Last time they were a little hard to see. So self-reliance and inner child. So again, that does sort of validate and resonate for you that you're in that space of like going into self versus wanting to kind of go out in the world and do experience and get things done. And we have to balance both of those. But again, that's feeling like this is a space where you're in, just kind of like today. You just adopted a 5-month-old granddaughter, and you also drop in your brother when he was, okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand your message. You just adopted a 5-month-old granddaughter. Congratulations, and thank you for doing that. And I also drop in your brother when he was 3 days old. He's 8 now. I'm sorry, I didn't quite understand that last part. I think you said you adopted her brother when he was 3 days old and he's 8 now. So you've got 2 adopted children. Is that correct? If you could just let me know that. I just want to make sure. Okay, yeah, I think what you're saying is you've got 2 adopted children. That's such a beautiful gift to the world. And I'm sure you would say the same, that they've been a beautiful gift to you. So that's so wonderful. Thank you for sharing your beautiful children with us. And I know being a mom is one of the hardest jobs in the world and one of the most rewarding and most beautiful gift. Adopt her brother. Okay. Oh, you adopted both of them. Oh my gosh. So they're related. Is that correct, Paula? They're related? Yes. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's such a beautiful thing. Thank you for sharing that with all of us. That's love. So again, this is our love show. So what a beautiful expression of love that you're bringing. And I just want to thank you for doing that, because I can definitely feel what's come into the room here is a very deep, powerful presence that's coming in. And you can see that my voice is kind of just going down in tone just a little bit. So I do feel as I move in with that, they're just honoring you for that. And I know, again, being a mom is not the easiest job in the world. It's a very like nonstop 24/7 job. Mom, parent, whether you're mom or dad, being a full-time parent. But it is the most rewarding, and it's a beautiful gift to the world. It's probably one of the things you'd say is one of your finest contributions for sure. So thank you for sharing in that, love. And let me see if I can tune in. So I can definitely understand with the busyness of being a mom, why taking some time for self is kind of important. So we know we've got the inner child. And again, you've got little children and that you've just adopted too. And often when it's interesting, because often when we bring new children into our life, into the world and into our life, it does help to bring forth some of our own memories and experiences of childhood too. So it's very transformative spiritually to have children come into your life, whether it's through adoption or through birth, however that shows up for you. It's a very transformative experience, and it can bring up previous past experience of yours of when you were a child too. And it's a way of just kind of like reminding you and helping you to bring things to a closure or bring things to more understanding in your own journey of know thyself. Because at the end of the day, we're all on this journey of know thyself, and through our connections and through our experiences, that gets kind of triggered for us into being able to generate more of those understandings. So very beautiful. Thank you for sharing with that too. So again, I'm going to come into, and again, I see a lot of love and I see a lot of pink around your family. And I feel as if there's been a little bit of like protectiveness that you're feeling around your family, because they're showing me as if you've like set some intentions or sent some prayers out for spirit to just kind of, protect over the family, protect over the home. And they are showing me like, yes, that is there for you. I do feel they're showing me, they're just acknowledging that, because they just show just a beautiful light of energy around your space. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And let me see what else they're going to share for you too. I do feel as if just a little practical notes that they're bringing forth to me. I'm really just kind of tuning into your spirit helpers in spirit right now. A little practical help just to make sure you get rest. They're showing me there's a need for rest right now, because I know you're kind of probably burning the candle at both ends, but do your best to get the rest. I do feel like going outdoors, if you're able to do, is also very soothing of the soul. And that's also good for the kids as well. We always love to be able to go outdoors, get fresh air, get sunshine, see flowers, all of this good stuff. Okay, and so let me see if there's anything that else that they can share. For they're giving me a big, beautiful heart of love for you. And they let me know that you've been having a lot of kind of questions about things, and you're wanting very much to be able to do things right and to connect all the dots and like fill all of the spaces is kind of how they're showing it too. So you've got a lot on your mind right now of things that like you feel like you need to get done, and you're feeling a little bit like scattered and overwhelmed. So now it makes sense why we're in that space today of just needing to be in the creative, quiet imagination space, needing a little bit of quiet time. And I know that's hard to do when you have kids, but if there's a way where you can find a way to all nap at the same time, whatever you can do to try to make that happen, I do feel it will be soothing for your soul. If there's anybody that can help, friend or neighbor, that will help you with that. So I hope that's helpful for you, but they show me a big shining star that you are, my darling. They show it really big, big and bright for you. You have a beautiful heart. You're very giving. You're very loving. You're doing a great job. So I'm going to leave you with that, Paula Marie, and thank you so much for being here today. A lot of medical issues, and you just want to make sure you do right by her. You're doing everything right, and Spirit's really guiding you in that. And so keep trusting your intuition. I got a lot of chills when you just said that. Just keep trusting your intuition. You can feel it in your tummy. You can feel it in your heart. You can feel it in your gut. They'll help you to bring the right people to you that you need. But please make sure to get a little bit of rest for yourself. Ask for help if you need that, for someone to just hold the baby so you can take a nap, and get a couple hours. Because that will help your mind to be clear, to help make all of the good decisions that you need to make for her. But you're doing a great job. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to give you a big hug. Thank you, Paula. Okay. All right, let's see where we're going next. Nicola, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay. And if anyone has any specific questions, you're also more than welcome to type those out in the comments as well. And then I'm going to see where we will go next. I'm just going to have Spirit help me to find who we're going to work through next. So happy that we get to do this. Okay, we're almost there. Okay. Okay, Carrie, how are you today? Let's work with you. Okay, I'm just going to tune into your name, Carrie, and thank you for coming today and trusting me to give you a message. I really appreciate that too. And I'm just pulling out my energy spirit cards for you. I really like this. I just got this new deck not too long ago. It looks like this, and it's got a little dove just flying out of the cage, going free. Okay, Paula Marie, thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so Carrie, let's coming back to you. Okay. All right, so beautiful. Ooh, you're going to love this card, darling. Okay, so this card is called Divine Presence. And I just want to read the small print at the bottom. The Force of Love and Creation. And it's number 44. I do believe this card showed up before. I'm going to hold it a little farther back so that hopefully you can see it. There we go. So this is 44, Divine Presence. Now, Carrie, would I be correct in saying that, I know you've got your little angel emoji, that you do have a connection with the angels? Because I'm not surprised that the number 44, which is an angelic number, would show up for you as well. Because I do feel like you see them frequently, you're attracted to them, you connect with them, you love them, you've got little angels in your home. I'm also pulling one other card for you. which goes really well with the angels. It's number 26, conscious steps, considered action, and looking forward. So this lets me know that, I'm just gonna, because I know that the internet is a little slow here. It lets me know that you're in a new phase or in a new steps where you're really kind of setting your intention in this new phase. And I do feel your angel helpers helping you with this. So we're going into a new transition, very appropriate because of the equinox, and we've just moved from summer into fall. And so we are kind of moving into a new space. They show me as if you're kind of looking behind you and kind of like giving gratitude and saying thank you to like the previous space that you were just in, but you're moving forward into this new phase of, or this new steps for you to this new space, I want to say. And with that, you're doing it in a very intentional way, because I can tell there's a little bit of uncertainty that comes with that, because you're kind of like, where's this going to go? How's this going to work out? But I do feel that reminder from your angels, letting you know that you have that help, you have that support, you have that love, as they kind of wrap their arms around me for you, to show me they do this, to show that for you. Now, they bring in this lovely, very pretty sky blue around you too. So I know that I feel as if we've been making this kind of transition, and let me know if this is making sense for you, Carrie, as we make this transition from one phase to the next. There's a little bit of kind of like fatigue, or there's been a little bit of anxiety around that too. And they're showing me with the blue that they're helping to just kind of calm that down, bring you some peacefulness, bring you some tranquility. It's really quite beautiful. Okay, you hope a new transition. So that's what I'm feeling for you now. So let me know in the future if that shows up for you too, because that's what I am feeling for you now, that we're kind of saying goodbye to the past and moving into this new phase. But you're doing it kind of, what I want to say is carefully and slowly, because you're still in this little space where there's a little bit of anxiety and kind of fatigue that's happening because you've had a lot going on. But I do feel like there's momentum and that you're ready to do this. And again, the angels bring in that beautiful sky blue for you, the peacefulness and the tranquility, letting you know that it's all going to be working itself out in a really beautiful way for you. And you're going to really feel this sense of groundedness and peacefulness. They show me beautiful trees around you. They show me beautiful sunshine around you. They show me birds flying in the sky around you, to let you know that there's all of this beauty for you. So please, if you want to leave this period behind, lots of fatigue, anxiety, and illness. Okay, I'm so sorry that you've had to go through that, because I know that that's really hard. And so I offer you my love and hugs and support for having to go through this. So I'm so happy that Spirit showed up to give you that kind of like boost and that reminder that you are so supported and that things are going to be going into a better space for you. So they show me little stepping stones, because they keep giving me these beautiful imagery and scenes of nature for you. And so they show me the little stepping stones. So they just say, one day at a time, one step at a time, even one breath at a time. That's all you have to do. And then you just hand it over to Spirit, and they will help with all of the rest. They will give you the nudges. Let's do it this way. Let's go in this direction. Because I do feel like you can hear them. You have a lot of beautiful sunshine around you. And so I know that this is telling me that you're open to receiving, you're open to learning. And so this is really a good gift that you have. And eventually you'll be able to share your experiences with other people in a way that helps to guide and support them as well. So there is spiritual purpose to everything that you're going through and experiencing right now that I need to share with you as well. So please know that you've got the support of your angels. That's very much the presence that's around you. So many beautiful colors, so many beautiful scenes and imagery, that they're bringing you peace, they're bringing you the tranquility, and they're bringing you the love. It's really quite a soft, sensitive energy that they bring around you. And I can see the beautiful angel wings just wrapping around you. I know that you're feeling it right now. I know you can feel a little touched in the heart and that little touch of emotion as they're doing that for you right now and giving you that reminder. So please, if you can, take some time just to sit in the quiet with a little soft music around and just invite them in to come give you some healing, some support, some love, and it will really help for you too. So I'm so happy for you that you've got some beautiful changes coming your way. And just remember, just step by step, day by day, breath by breath. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with their love. Thank you, Carrie. I really appreciate it. Okay, and let's see where we're going to go next. So sorry that the video is a little off today. Kaza is in the house. Hello, Kaza. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. But I'm glad that you can hear me. So that's a plus. At least you can hear me. Okay. Hi, Tasha Lou. How are you doing here today? And if anyone has either a comment about what we were discussing or a specific question that you want to ask, you can go ahead and type those in the comments too. Hi, Melody. Nice to see you. Lovely picture. Okay, so Melody, I'm seeing your question. If you could type a little bit more out for me, and then we'll come back to you. So go ahead and just type a little more out for me, and then we'll come back to you. And then I'm just going to ask Richard just to let me move on to another person, and I'd like to come back to you. I would love reading regarding relationship. Okay, I want to go back. There was, yeah, no, I want. I feel like with Melody, I feel like I want you to just type a little bit more out for me if you can, because Spirit is wanting you to sort of communicate in a special way. So I'm just going to ask you to do that. And then there was another person I want to come through and and then I'm going to come back to you, Melody. Hi, Princess Chula. Good to see you. Thanks for the love. Sending love back to you. So Richard, there was another one that I saw a couple of people back that I wanted to come to. Keep going. Yes. Okay. Let me see here. Would love to know if I will ever hear from your kids again because your daughter is pregnant. Okay, so let me see if Spirit will help to answer this question for you. Okay, so your daughter is pregnant, and so right now there is a separation. Is this what you're showing me, that there's a little separation going on there? Because I know I do feel as if like I want to like tear up and cry a little bit with that too. So let me see what Spirit can say, because they don't always give us the complete answer. They want us to be able to kind of go through the experience that we have to go through to get all of the learning from it. But I'm going to see what that they can share with me. And it's interesting. I've got a gentleman coming in, and he's like wearing a hat. It's kind of like a baseball cap type of hat as he's coming in for you. And I'm trying to ascertain like the relationship of this person. I know this gentleman's very he shows me he's very independent. I do feel like this is a loved one in spirit that you have. So he comes in with this hat. He's come in with a very independent nature, but I know he was quite ill before he passed. So he's showing up for you here today because I can feel the illness. He would have had cancer or some other kind of illness that would have really taken over his own body. Okay, we don't talk. I'm so sorry. Okay, so let's see what he can offer us, to see if he can offer us some help in regards to improving your relationship with your kids. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through that, because I know as a mom, that's got to be, really difficult on your heart, and your daughter's pregnant and you want to be part of that too. So let me see what they can share with me. So a couple of things as this gentleman comes in for you too. Again, very independent nature, but he was quite ill before he passed. He shows me wearing a hat, so he's a pretty casual guy. And I do feel as if he were, fairly slender in his appearance. So let me know if this gentleman's relating to you. I'm not sure of the relationship just yet because he hasn't shown me that, but he definitely comes in for you to help in this matter. So he's kind of doing like this, and he's talking about communication. And what he's showing me is it feels as if there's been like a communication breakdown between you. And of course that makes sense because you're saying we don't talk, but the communication breakdown that he's showing me means there's been a lot of like misunderstanding, and we're not speaking the same language as we talk. It is devastating. I'm so sorry that you have to go through that. I so much wish I could like make it all better right away, but I know it's going to be a process. But what he's sharing with me is this: if you could reach out for yourself, to what I want to say is get some professional guidance in this manner that they can help you learn to understand things for yourself and practice in some forms of communication. But I'm feeling like if we can, so for you, if we're there, what he's showing me is to make some gentle steps that don't have any kind of energy of pressure in them. So what that means is just giving, little bits of love, little bits of openings, and then waiting to see what happens and waiting to see what comes back. So that means not long explanations of things, but just trying to see if we can get a little bit of a door open. But it does feel as if there's been enough communication breakdown in the relationships that getting a little bit of professional support would be helpful for you, helpful for understanding, and they can help you with working through the communication issues that happen, because it's really been, yeah, the three of us are all so stubborn. So it feels like we need to learn, she's showing me, we need to learn how to listen. We need to learn how to communicate in a more productive manner. And we need to do it in a way where we can honor ourselves and each other. So that's what feels like we need to do. It feels like we've said things, it feels like all parties have said things in ways that they either didn't mean or that got misunderstood as he's showing this to me. And there is a need to learn to communicate in a way so those things don't keep happening again. We've got to learn to communicate better. So this is where enlisting some professional support or even just reading some books on communication would be helpful for you. But one thing that is important is to try to remember to use I statements versus you statements. So when we're communicating, if we're saying, you did this, you did that, you made me this, it puts the other person on defense. So it's really important to keep it in the I. When this happens, I feel this way because it makes me feel this way, or because I think it's going to result in this, those kinds of statements. So when this happens, I feel this way. And so that way it's just, you're taking it back and in what your experience is without creating a defensiveness, if that makes sense. I don't know how to make the first move. Do I send a text? I feel like you can do either of those things. I'm feeling him nodding. He can do either of things, but I'm feeling what he's sharing is just keep it small and simple, just to start with, just little acts of love. Okay, you're afraid of being rejected. I know that's really hard, but this is what I'm going to tell you as mom, is that try to be okay with that for now, even though it's hard and even though that's heartbreaking for you. Just try to be okay to keep making the step, because every little small effort that he's showing me for you, every little small effort will soften things a little bit. So just try a little text or a little card, sending love, I love you. Just keep it kind of simple. We're just going to start opening the door little by little. Okay, that's probably your dad. Okay, do you understand your dad being a really independent character? Because he shows me he's somebody who would like to do things his own way and not necessarily like to listen to how other people told him he should do things and live his life. So I feel like this kind of independent streak probably runs in the family. And there's nothing wrong with that. We just need to learn how to all be independent and do it together and still stick together. I know that connection and sticking together is very important to the best of your ability. So I do want to recommend putting yourself out there. And I know rejection is hard, but then I think what might be worse is if you don't get an answer. What might be worse is if you lost an opportunity. So I'm just going to offer you that. It's your choice of how you want to present that. But I feel like as mom, it's worth to try and just be okay with that. But know you've done a loving act, you've made a move. And so that's the first step. So just start with the first step and then move on to the second step. Do you know if the person is scared? Is my dad, maybe my grandpa? Can you get a name? I'm not getting a name right now, and I'm not feeling any fear. I don't believe I said that anyone was scared. And again, let me see if he can show me the relationship too. Okay, let me work with him just a little bit. It's interesting because this gentleman says he's like all things to all people, which is a really interesting statement. So he's got quite a personality to him, and he's being what I want to say is a little bit mysterious. I'm asking him to come closer though as well. I don't feel like this is grandfather. I feel like this is your dad for you too. And I'm so sorry that he had to go through the cancer, because he is showing me that as well. And I know this was a really difficult experience for him as well. But he has this very kind of casual feel to him, yet he's kind of mysterious in this way. So I know he's somebody you would have had a little hard time kind of reading and understanding sometimes, because he didn't always show all of his cards when it comes to his personality. So let me know if this is making sense for you. He didn't just like put it out there. You'd have to kind of dig to get to know him and get to understand like what he's saying and what he's thinking and what he wants and where he's going. That's where he's showing me how he comes in this very sort of special, independent way that doesn't quite fit in with the norm of how you sort of expect people to act, if that makes sense. So I'm hoping that's helping a little bit, Alice, for you. But I do feel like this is dad that's coming in for you too. But he is coming in very warm and loving. I also feel like he's coming with a bit of an apology, because he wasn't always able to always be everything you needed on an emotional level. And so I do feel like if he's wanting to bring that for you too, to let you know that he understands things much better now in a different way. And he's wanting to bring sunshine. And when he brings that sunshine, Allison, it's very much of trying to illuminate things. Yes, he hid his emotions and you weren't very close when he was alive. So he comes in with this apology, and he comes in with the sunshine, not just as a beautiful gift, but the sunshine is meant to illuminate things. So it's meant to help you see things from more perspective, see things in a much deeper level. And this is why I do feel like, considering having a professional person come in that you can connect with, that can help you learn to sort of understand where the communication breakdown happened and how we can start to put these relationships back together. But right now, again, it's just step by step, give that love. And again, just because it may not show back. So if you don't get an answer from the text, or if you don't get a card back or a phone call back, it doesn't mean that it wasn't appreciated. It just means that all they could do at that time was read it and accept it and take it in and let that process within itself. So let me know if that makes sense for you, Allison, but I need to give you that we're taking it step by step. So just because you don't hear back doesn't mean they didn't appreciate the gesture. So I just want you to take that in, give it a little bit of time, then you can try again. Now, it's interesting. The butterflies, what he's actually showing me is balloons right now too. So let me look into the butterflies too. I want to go, when you talk about the butterflies, I want to go to monarch butterflies in specific. Those are like the real orange ones that come around in the springtime. He shows me those, but he also shows me connection with numbers, and he's showing me the balloons going up in the sky. So that's a little bit more of a specific sign for you too. So let me know if you see, or keep in mind if you see the balloons going up into the sky on a picture, in the air, in a movie, that, and then your attention is drawn to it, that's him coming in for you too, because he is showing me that there is that rising up. There is that rising up. So he's just reminding you of the rising, that you're always doing the rising, and that you're helping to kind of lift out of the place where you once were into a better space. So that's what I want to give for you. You're lifting out into a better space, but there is a need to do a little bit of work to help to understand the whole process, because it feels like you're trying so hard and things just, and people aren't understanding you and you aren't understanding them. And so this is why this would be helpful for you if you want to choose to go in that direction. But he does come in with all of that support, also connecting in with the numbers for you too. So when you're attracted to the numbers on the clock and so forth, pay attention to those as well, because he's communicating to you through the numbers. So I hope this is helpful for you. And again, what I want to leave you is, I do feel encouragement to take that step. And just remember, even if it isn't returned, doesn't mean it wasn't appreciated. And it means you did something from your heart, and that really matters. It's an act of love. I've got the goosebumps too. We call them the spirit chills. So I've got them too. So that's letting you know He's with you, Spirit is with you, and you have lots of love and support. So I thank you for letting me work with you, Allison, and I really, really appreciate you so much. And I wish you best of luck in mending your relationships with your kids. And congratulations on being a grandma soon. It's really exciting for you, beautiful. See lots of hearts your way. Okay, Richard, so I need to come back. Okay. So let's go back. Where were we before? Because I moved into that space. So I know I need to come back to our other friend that was here. Melody, that's correct. Melody. All right. Are you still here, love? Because I wanted to come back to you. Okay. Hi, Michael Christopher. Good to see you. Thanks for coming. Okay, so let's coming into Melody. Okay. Will we get married or is he non-committal? Okay, so I'm not liking to do like a future predictions or even just live together only. Okay, I'm not really into like the fortune telling or the future predictions, but I know they're wanting you to get some of this out of your system because what spirit is showing me is like you really need to kind of talk about this because it feels as if this is something that's kind of been an ongoing issue for you that you've been thinking about. They're showing me even worrying about to the point where it makes you feel kind of upset and a little bit like sick to your stomach a little bit. And let me know if this is making sense, Melody. So I want to say that I'm sorry that you're having to go through because I can understand that with all of this time spent, you're wanting to move forward. I really feel like there is a need to be very direct with your partner and saying like what you want and really have the difficult discussion because I feel like you're shying away from having that discussion and just from being pretty direct. And we do this in a very calm and grounded manner. But I do feel like this is something that he would respond to better than sort of the around the fence approach to that, which is kind of how I communicate too. So I understand, but being direct can be a little bit hard, but I do encourage that you try that. So let me know if that's making sense for you, Melody. What they're also showing me too, when I'm getting from spirit, is there is a need to take some time and space for yourself to really go inward and look inside yourself and kind of be with your soul. Okay, be with your soul, be with your higher self, be with God. And the answers they're showing me are really already there. They're literally just right there. And they're really just waiting for you to take that time to kind of tune in because you're very connected. You absolutely can get that. They're bringing a lot of the purple. So they're really trying to show you that they're bringing in all of that for you. There is what I'm going to say is with your partner, things that are going on for him that would be good to communicate with to you. So this is where we're going to need when you find the right time and you're feeling making the right space to kind of have this open discussion, but a very honest discussion too, because I do feel like there is a need on his part to communicate with you. And I'm feeling like you're feeling like this is kind of unfair to you because you put in all of this energy, you've put in all of this work and all of this time into the relationship. And so you're just like, I just need an answer, right? And so I do encourage you to work with yourself first. So take some time to be with your own soul, to be with your own higher self, and help that move you into that space where you can have this, what I want to say is sacred space of connection. Okay. So set that intention. I'm going to take the time with myself and help to clear out because you've got so many thoughts and feelings. So we're going to kind of like clear the space around you, love. Okay. So that you can be with you, hear your own voice, hear your own heart, hear your own intuition, hear the part of you that's very longing, hear your heart. There's part of your heart that's very strong and wise. There's also part of your heart that needs love right now, that needs love. Like you need to give that part of you love and support because it's like, why, when, how? And I need you to give that part of love to yourself too. So take that time. And if you can't say higher self of me, spirit, help me to give this love. So this is my encouragement for you. If you can do that, I hope that that resonates for you and that you can find the time for that. But it's my encouragement for you from Spirit, and to know that you're very supported in this. And then we take the next step, which is finding time for a sacred space of connection, and just be with your open heart, but be direct, and allow him to also communicate with you what is going on for him as well. And then you'll move to the next step after that. So I hope this resonates for you, and I hope this is helpful. I know you want the answer, but this is what they're showing me for you. This is really what's appropriate for you right now. But please take that time for yourself. And I'm feeling like you don't quite get enough of that too. So this is why Spirit's encouraging you to do that as well. Put on some soft music, go outdoors, give yourself a little day off, a little day trip, whatever you're able to do for yourself. This is the encouragement. So I hope that that's helpful for you. I feel so much love around you though. So I want to just like really honor you and how much love is around you, because you have such a beautiful heart. I can feel it. I can feel your beautiful heart. And remember that you are worthy of love too. And so remember good affirmations for yourself. I am lovable. I am worthy. I am beautiful. I am powerful. I am magical. Say all of those things to yourself. Those are beautiful affirmations because they're all true. So, all right, my darling, thank you for letting me work with you. And I just want to honor you and thank you for coming on today. I'm so happy that I was able to work with you. Okay. Okay, I am hearing that we're all done for today, and I had so much fun connecting with you. Sorry about the video issues. Hopefully next time we'll have that all worked out and ironed out on our end, but I hope at least you were able to listen and enjoy the process. And I hope that little discussion in the beginning was helpful for you to give you a little seeds of thought to work with in your time ahead. And I want to thank you all again for trusting me with your questions and coming in today. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you, Maniel. I really appreciate you. I know that Spirit loves you, and I know that you are Spirit and you are loved too. So please take that with you. Remind yourselves again, you are Spirit, you are love, and everything is for you in such a beautiful way. So thank you again for trusting me. Thank you for coming on today, and thank you for tuning into SPTV. Richard does all of this for free so that we can be part of this spiritual community and continue growing and learning and connecting in the love all together. So we're so lucky to have him. Thank you, Richard. And have a beautiful day, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks so much. Thanks, Nicola. Bye, everybody.